And that's mostly all the main tools you'll need. Next, let's go up here quickly. There's not really much you're going to need. So this is the toggle grid. You can turn the grid off and on. Most of the time you're going to have it on. Toggle 3D grid, I don't use this. This is a smaller grid and larger grid. This is really useful. So you can either press the square, it's like the square brackets on your keyboard, right on the right side of the P key, and you can press that and you can change this grid size. So if I want to do like little details, like small boxes or something, I can easily do that. See there how I made like really small box. If I was in, say, this grid, I couldn't do that obviously, because look, if I try to make it to be obviously bigger. So it's nice to, if you're going to do little details, always work in a small grid. If you're just in the general shape of your map, always work in obviously the larger grid. But even then, I usually work in this grid you have here, or this one. Either of these two. Never work in something like this, which is like a stupidly huge grid. Even this. And after that, I'll go here. I don't use these. This is undo and redo, so I want to undo everything I did. This is pretty useful. Group selected objects. What this does is that you group things together so they become like one object almost. So I'd say I have this light entity and the terrace, like the spawn point. So I hold down Control and I click the terrace as well. So I have them both selected at once. As you can see in the grid, they're both selected. And I press this, Group Selected Objects, click that, and then they're grouped. So then when I click the terrace, the light's also selected. This is mostly useful for brushes. You won't use this as much with entities, but with brushes it's nice to have to select really complex structures that you might have. And then let's say you don't want them to be grouped anymore, you just go and click this button, which is Ungroup Selected Objects, and then Ungroup. So click here. They're not grouped together anymore. This is cut, so cut, paste, that's pretty basic. I don't really look at these much. This here is run map, so after your map's complete, this is just telling me to save it, but after your map's complete, you just go run map, and it will compile your map, so then you can run it, but I'll go over that in my next tutorial on how to make your first map. So don't really worry about that too much, about actually finishing a map. I'm just showing you the basic tools. And the rest of the tools here aren't really of importance to me, and not to you because you're just starting out really. And over here, what you want to worry about mostly is your textures. So obviously your texture browser, if you go to browse, you have this. You can select whatever you want. Like I said, go grass, or type conc, that'll give you concrete things. Start concrete textures. Wood. There's all your wood textures. So this is really important to have a nice variety of textures, so it's really good to have this open quite a bit. Replace is also really handy to have. So let's say I don't really want this anymore, but I'm too lazy to go and use the face edit sheet on all the sides. So what I can do is go to replace, and then this say, so find this texture and replace it with this texture. So I'll just pick a wood texture, this one, and go to OK. 6 textures replaced. Since this is a squared, it has 6 sides. And see, look, replaced on all the sides. So if you have a texture and you don't want it anymore, you don't have to change all of them manually. You can just do this and it'll find all the textures and it'll change them for you. So it really comes in handy. This is for entities. Won't really worry about this too much for now until the next tutorial. This is just more complicated stuff. You don't even use a lot of the entities for Counter-Strike maps. For Half-Life 2 maps, you have to really use a lot of entities. But for now, don't worry about those too much. And that's probably it for me for now. Thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to watch for my next videos and subscribe. Thanks.